Fiction.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. Call InventHelp today.
To get your free inventor's information, call 1-800-352-1609. That's 1-800-352-1609.
If you want to work until you keel over, have less of everything in retirement, or give back more of your hard-earned money to the stock market again, then just ignore me. But if you'd like to protect the money you save, receive a steady, predictable retirement income, and enjoy financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. You can download a free report that reveals the wealth-building secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. You'll learn how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and real prosperity without risking your money in the Wall Street casino, and how to get the money you need when you need it, simply by asking for it. This is the best way to have a 100% secure retirement and know your money will last as long as you do. To learn more about this method and to get your free report, go to 52security.com. That's the number 52security.com. 52security.com. Go to 52security.com.
Hurt or injured in a car accident? It can be hard to take the proper legal action after a car accident, but waiting can cost you more. The law requires car accident victims to assert claims promptly. You could lose out by simply waiting. Call 800-709-4667 right now to see what your claim could be worth when handled by a skilled attorney. With a lawyer fighting and speaking up for you, you could be entitled to a big cash award. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Now it's fast and easy to connect with the legal help you need after your car accident. Call 800-709-4667. The call is free, but you need to act now before time runs out on your claim. You need a lawyer to fight for you, protect you, and get you the compensation you need and deserve. Time's wasting. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Call now.
I considered suicide so I wouldn't put my family through all the pain.
Many of our warriors are returning home from the battlefield, only to face a new war as they struggle with devastating injuries. At Wounded Warrior Project, we understand. We're there to help.
Even though you think you're broken, you're not. It's the physical and the emotional healing that Wounded Warrior Project provides.
With a gift of just $19 a month, you can join Wounded Warrior Project. You'll help provide critically needed programs and services that rebuild lives.
Beautiful. There you go, buddy.
The ongoing needs of our wounded and their families will continue for many years to come. Now is the time to show your support. Call now or go online with your gift of just $19 a month and we'll send you this Wounded Warrior Project blanket.
It made me feel that there's people out there that care about us.
After this event, we can finally maybe start to heal as a family and move forward.
We need your help. The families are hurting.
For many of our wounded heroes, the greatest casualty is being forgotten. That's why your gift of just $19 a month is so important. Please call or go online right now.
You shouldn't have to pay to talk to the people closest to you, or the people who used to be. That's why Umbrella Wireless is proud to announce the new Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan. Now you'll get unlimited calls to your best buddy, your mom, or Cindy, once she realizes that you're seriously meant for each other and should stop screening your calls. Now the 30 minutes of agonizing silence where you're both afraid to hang up may drain your battery, but it won't drain your wallet. And you'll get unlimited calls just to check if she still cares enough to pick up, with no extra charges. With the Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, your phone will automatically answer calls from your ex, because maybe she finally realizes that you're the only one for her and wants to get coffee sometime. Now, after lonely nights of looking at pictures of the road trip you took together when everything was great, your misspelled texts are absolutely free. The only thing you have to pay for is the booze. The Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, because she wants you back. She just doesn't know it yet.
Rod Eccles Show.
Well. Paris is removing so-called love locks from their bridges. This is a Christian Science Monitor story. Paris is removing the love locks from Pont des Arts Bridge. Pont des Arts. Hung on a bridge by couples to express eternal love, the locks are now being removed by Paris authorities. What's the concern? Well, the city says the locks usually hung by couples to express eternal love are causing long-term damage to Paris heritage sites. Last summer, a chunk of fencing fell off under their weight. Authorities began dismantling the metal grills along the sides of the bridge Monday and plan to remove 45 tons of padlocks in all. Well, some residents had campaigned against the locks, which started appearing about a decade ago and now cover sites across the French capital. As the Christian Science Monitor reported last year, the group calling itself No Love Locks was started by two Americans to raise awareness of the dangers of the fad that the fad represents. They say from Pont des Arts, the trend has spread across Europe and even the globe, where the locks are on the Eiffel Tower and the Brooklyn Bridge and other landmarks across the world. Unfortunately, the historic bridges of Europe and around the world aren't feeling love at all, nor are the citizens of the cities who are burdened with maintenance costs from a trend that has escalated out of control. So, look, folks, wherever you go, I don't care. Don't put padlocks of any kind on a bridge or on anywhere. They're not. It's not a symbol of your love. I had a conversation about this over the weekend, and a friend of mine was like, "Well, this is they should remove a section and put it in a park." And I said, they can't. It's more than just this one bridge, and you're talking, a lot of locks. And when it's all said and done, you're probably talking, needing a mile or so to do this. I mean, you're talking, and the bridges can't handle the weight. They weren't made for that. I mean, you put a bunch of locks together, they can be pretty damn heavy. And it looks awful, but it's a free expression of love. No! Kissing under the Bridge of Sighs in Venice, Italy at sunset on a gondola, that's a gesture of passionate love. Sticking a lock on a bridge, and in many cases throwing the key into the water below the bridge, that is not a gesture of love. That's a gesture of destruction, of vandalism in my book, and pollution. And somebody suggested that maybe they take all the locks and melt them down and make one giant sculpture lock to represent love. But and somebody's going to try to figure out a way to put a lock around the locks. They're going to try to figure out how to put. It's unbelievable. I haven't seen this trend here in the United States, and I hope not to see it, because it's it's bad enough that people sometimes forget bike locks in different places. But it's. I don't look at it as something that's romantic. I look at it like probably a lot of Parisians and people around the globe who are now starting to deal with this. I look at it as it's an eyesore. It's a physical maintenance problem, and I look at it as being potentially dangerous, not only to historical objects like the bridges or the Eiffel Tower or other historical monuments, but also to the people that go there who might be under them. How would you like to be walking under this bridge and having a lock fall on your head? Some of those locks are pretty damn hard and big. It's well, it is. Oh, by the way, in case you didn't know, it ran across my news feed again today. I don't know why. This was, it's already happened and it was already made known, but all 8 women fail Army Rangers school. Now, some people are saying that the standards should be changed, but I'm like, how do you change? You can't change the standards. It's who these people are supposed to become. It's about war. You don't change the standards just because you want a woman to be a ranger. No, they gotta. I'm sorry, but they're gonna have to. If they can't handle, being what it takes to be a ranger, then how are they going to handle the real world scenario when they're out there in the heat of battle? That's what it's all about. You got to be able to be trained and conditioned to be able to take whatever happens to you out there in the battlefield or in the battle arena, or worse. And if they can't hack it, look, it's not just that the women fail. I mean, what is the failure rate? It's over 75% of the men who try it fail. And the failure rate is just extremely high. And it's designed to be that way. And so what does it say that you're going to change, that you want to change the rules for women to all those men who fail? No. Leave it alone, people. The army, the military is not the place for political correctness. Just like, the bridges are not the place to show your undying love. And considering, if they're coming from the United States, considering half those locks are probably already broken, because the couples who put them there have ended up in divorce court. Just saying. Hey, if you haven't heard already, then you know that U.S. Secretary of State John the Haughty Kerry, who served in Vietnam during the Vietnam War, broke his right femur in a cycling accident in Sionzier, France, on Sunday morning. State Department spokesman John Kirby said, now the injury is near the site of a previous hip surgery, so Kerry will return to Boston for treatment at Massachusetts General Hospital with his doctor who did the prior surgery, said a spokesman in a statement. Now, Kerry was flown to a hospital in nearby Geneva, Switzerland, initially planned on flying back to the United States on Sunday, but later decided to spend the night in the hospital as a precautionary measure. The spokesman said Kerry was in great spirits and active and had a number of phone calls, including one with President Obama. Now, Kerry regrets that he won't be able to visit Spain as planned, and he also won't be able to attend the Paris Counter-ISIL Coalition ministerial meeting on Tuesday. He will participate in the Paris meeting remotely, Kirby said. ISIL is another name for the terror network ISIS. Oh, no kidding. So the haughty one will not be sitting in on this meeting because he broke his leg while bicycling. Now, I don't know what kind of... No, look, I realize it. How old is Kerry? He's in his 60s, right? Or is he 70? He's we're all going to, by the grace of God, we're all going to be that age and that brittle, I guess, someday. But I'll do everything in my power not to be that brittle. I like being able to move